moved country?
Where did you go?
How did it feel like?
Were you forced to or did you decide?
In today's assembly, we'll be talking about different types of migration.
So, what is migration?
Migration is the movement of people traveling to one area or country to another, normally for better living conditions.
Did you know that most people at Dovercourt are migrants?
Most of the people at Dovercourt are economic migrants. This means that they have moved to Singapore for better jobs or a better lifestyle.
We decided to find out more about Dovercourt migration stories.
We wrote a range of questions and interviewed various members of our school community. Here are some of the things we found out.
We interviewed Miss Chan and learned that she migrated from England to Singapore in 2003 because she wanted a better life and to feel safer. She first migrated to England when she was 13 years old, which was her parents' decision. When she migrated, she felt strange because of her race and culture. We asked her if she could go anywhere else in the world, where would she go? And she said she would go to Australia because she likes the beaches. Hello, I will tell you what I learned from my interview with Miss Francesca. I learned that Miss Francesca moved from California. She said that she's an economic migrant because she said her benefits are a good job and a good community. She one day would like to go back to California.
Thank you to everyone who was interviewed by a member of P6.
Unfortunately, some people do not have a choice about moving, but must leave their homes because it is unsafe for them to stay in the place or country they are from.
This type of migration is called displacement.
People who are forced to leave their homes because of war or persecution are either called asylum seekers or refugees.
In year 6, we learned more about these terrifying and unsafe situations that people in many countries face.
We use this as an inspiration to write some poetry.
Please take time to listen and reflect to our poem. The war spread faster than a bad comment online. The war was like a tiger chasing its prey, night after night, day after day. People on the beach fled like mice, running till their legs were jelly. The patches of blood and skin on the floor, after all this crime, their face became snow. In seconds, 1,000 people turned to 100. 100 turned to 10. I was a survivor, but I don't want to do that again.
The children screams, the widows wail, the hope beams crush, the war boats set sail, the guns and weapons stolen, the men all gone, the women crawl through the night, waiting for dawn. The men's courage replaced, they follow strict commands, left with nothing but the weapons in their sweating, shaking hands. The women shield their children with their yearning, longing gaze. Minutes feel like hours, and hours feel like days. So many people passed, their bodies lay at the field. The children who were hiding had their little mouths sealed. How quickly the tables stand. The scene had switched to cheers. The men who had so much confidence were now no longer fearless. They sail back in groups, coming row by row. The men look and feel ashamed, and let their heads hung low.
6A wrote their own class poem. When someone's country is not safe, many people choose to leave. But the journey they face is also extremely dangerous. They often have to pay large sums of money and spend weeks or months traveling across borders to reach a safe country. Their journeys
Their journeys can involve long periods of walking, lorry or car journeys, and very dangerous boat journeys.
Many people do not survive these terrifying journeys, including young children.
So some families feel like they have no choice but to take the risk and go on the journey.
Please watch and reflect whilst we perform a piece of drama inspired by the stories of real refugees' journeys.
Life is so much fun where I am. I get to play football with my friends, go to a great school, and then live in an amazing house. The war is destroying our countries. I'm terrified for my friends, myself, and my family. Things have gotten so dangerous now we have no choice but to leave. We're packing what we've been carrying and saying our tearful goodbyes. We're not sure if we will ever see our friends or family again. My family and I have been traveling for weeks. The journey was dangerous and staying home was not an option. When I first came to this country, I couldn't speak English, so I was getting bullied by the other kids. We are praying for peace and prosperity in the new country.
There are other causes of forced migration such as natural disasters and climate change. Things like hurricanes, tsunamis, and earthquakes can destroy people's homes, so they have no choice but to move and find safety.
Hurricane is a storm with incredibly strong winds.
So strong that it can even kill up to 20,000 people and can last up to 6 days. If there is a hurricane coming your way on short notice, here are some easy ways to prepare.
Safety bag with lots of food and water.
Make sure to stay updated by watching the news.
Be sure to stay under cover. Make sure to avoid glass or even doors.
And go to higher grounds.
China, the Philippines, Japan, and Mexico.
The United States, Australia, and Thailand.
Vietnam, Cuba, and Madagascar.
Sometimes a hurricane will be so small and short you'll never even notice it.
Sometimes a hurricane can be so big and scary, you need to take cover.
If you are unlucky, you might stay there for a couple of days and someone might have to come and take you out.
The cause of a hurricane is when a tropical desperation begins, and the low air pressure causes hot and humid air from the ocean to rise in a stream.
Also, the hurricane usually occurs between mid-August to late October for Northern Hemisphere. In Southern Hemisphere, it happens around April to December, which is much more longer than Northern Hemisphere.
The greatest threat to life actually comes from the water.
The effects of climate change and some low-lying countries face the threat of rising sea levels.
Some people choose to leave these countries before it's too late.
We did a case study on a small low-lying island called Kiribati, which scientists say might be the first to disappear due to sea levels rising.
We imagined we were someday there and wrote diary entries from their point of view.
Dear Cousin Rosie, hello from sunny Carabas. I hope you are doing alright. What have you been doing over the few years there? I really miss you. Do you miss anyone in your family? Have you been doing anything particularly fun? I hope you are okay and alright. In Carabas, we have been making bracelets and looking for shiny seashells. Well, I have been having fun. I am nervous and I am anxious of what is going to happen in Carabas. In the future, you see, Carabas ocean tide is rising and we need to talk about pollution. Please can you donate some money because we need some money for us to live and we need to stop pollution. And can you support to show kindness and help us? We need some financial support.
Thursday, 5th October 2023. Dear Diary, I am the president of the nation of Caribus and I am simply overwhelmed. When I was young, I thought that being president was relaxing with a cocktail on the beach while giving orders. The real life of a president is always being behind the desk, giving orders that might make the situation better or worse, and your popularity increase or decrease. This morning, I took a nap. As a president, I don't get to sleep much, and I thought of my childhood. I could always feel that epic feeling when you walked in the shimmering water with the sun above me seeming to approve what I was doing. Today, one of my ministers asked me what I planned for the future. I replied saying that I will get help. From who we will get help from, I did not say because I didn't know. I know that my country is suffering from global warming, even though it doesn't actually contribute to it itself.
I did a separate diary entry about a flood in Pakistan. Friday, September the 4th, 1976. Dear diary, it was terrible, just terrible. What was the flood? The flood that happened in my home country, Pakistan. There was nothing left. People were crying and wailing helpless cries and wails. I was petrified with fear. We couldn't survive like this. The ruin that used to be a village was now flooded with water. Saturday, September the 5th, 1976. Dear diary, we are starving. We haven't eaten anything since the flood happened and boy, my stomach is running away from me. What about water? Well, we have loads of those. I saw water gushing and drowning our home. Well, a place that used to be home anyways. Oh, there's my mom. I better go. Although many tragic stories involving asylum seekers and refugees, many people do reach safety and get to start a new life in a safe place.
For our rights support, people who had to move country can have a wonderful new life for themselves and their family.
Thank you for watching our assembly about migration.
We will now sing a song called Under the Same Sun with the rap written by Basil, Bennett, and Sophie.